Ever pondered upon how the colonial patriarchal system sculpted our present world? Get ready for an educational roller coaster ride. Visualize an animated map of the globe, sprinkled with tiny pixelated characters symbolizing our colonial ancestors. Imagine a vivid depiction of the colonial era, brought to life with quirky ships, imposing forts, and animated characters. Here's a fun fact to kick off our journey. Did you know that the phrase rule of thumb is believed to have originated in the colonial era, reflecting the patriarchal norms of the time? And the exciting part? These little pixels evolve and alter with each truth we reveal. Ever realize that numerous modern-day social, political, and economic dynamics sprouted from these colonial roots? It's like piecing together a massive global puzzle where every piece is a fascinating fact waiting to be unveiled. Here's another trivia for you. The concept of time is money that governs our lives today was also a product of the colonial era, promoting efficiency and productivity. And for all you game aficionados, we have a delightful surprise. We've created an interactive quiz where you can conjecture the lasting effects of these patriarchal systems. How fun is that? Another intriguing fact, the world's largest diamond, the Colonial diamond, was discovered in a colonial mine in South Africa. So let's put on our explorer hats and untangle the mysteries of our past together. One fun fact at animated text swirls onto the screen. Ever heard of colonial patriarchy? It's not just a concept, it's a living, breathing antagonist, like a villain straight out of a superhero movie. This bad guy has been imposing male dominance and age-old European ideologies over societies globally. Pan to a spinning globe with animated arrows pointing to various countries. Let me share a surprising anecdote with you. Did you know that even the most innocuous practices like afternoon tea, popularized by the British, carry imprints of colonial patriarchy? The tradition was upheld by the lady of the house, subtly reinforcing the idea of a domestic subservient woman. Shockingly, this sneaky villain isn't a thing of the past, but continues to weave its narrative. It's deeply entrenched in our history, like a treasure chest that's sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Animation of a treasure chest sinking into the ocean. Your role in this story, you're the detective. Interactive magnifying glass pops up. Let's investigate its impact on our world, particularly on the younger generation and BIPOC communities. Animation of a diverse group of young people. We'll uncover startling stories, like how the beauty standards forced upon women people during colonial times continue to influence modern perceptions of attractiveness. Ready to embark on this adventure and expose these hidden stories? Click on the magnifying glass and let's dive. Immerse yourself into this complex matrix. Imagine a video game reminiscent of The Legend of Zelda, where instead of completing quests and leveling up, your gains only empower the big boss characters, also strengthening a leaderboard of races akin to the high score list in Pac-Man. This hierarchy was originally created by European explorers. Envision them as the 16th century version of Atari, who were eager to craft a worldwide scorecard that put them at the apex, relegating others to the bottom. Trivia time. These game designers were from an era when the Earth was as uncharted as the world of Minecraft. Press the pause button, just like in Super Mario, and ponder on this. The ripple effects of this real-life civilization game still reverberate today, from the treasure chests of wealth scattered unevenly in the Monopoly, to the ongoing battles echoing the racial tension of Watch Dogs 2. It's like a never-ending saga of The Elder Scrolls that's been running for centuries, and its patches are still being released in the world we live in. Click on the icon, just like in Fortnite, to delve deeper into the chronicles of this global game and see how you can be the game changer to even out the odds. Did you know? The colonial patriarchal system has given rise to numerous challenges. It has profoundly impacted vulnerable youth and BIPOC communities, creating what we can think of as a towering wall blocking their path to opportunities and resources. They often collide with this systemic barrier wall, impeding their progress. A significant hurdle indeed. Yet, the larger narrative doesn't end here. These communities also grapple with poverty, violence, and discrimination at a rate much higher than others. Picture a scale. one side representing these communities and the other side everyone else. Unfortunately, the imbalance is quite stark. However, in this daunting scenario, there are glimmers of hope and strength. Let's shuffle these cards, each illustrating a story of resilience, courage, and determination. Pick one, and you'll discover how individuals and communities are challenging the system and fighting back against these issues. Let's embark on a journey to understand and appreciate these real-life superheroes dealing with these challenges every day. Isn't it inspiring to see that adversity can give rise to such strength? Animation pops up showing a castle crumbling. Did you know it's understanding these truths that act like a magic key to dismantle these oppressive systems, much like a spell that breaks down a castle? It's like a superpower that charges up individuals and communities to challenge and change the status quo. Interactive quiz pops up. Truth or fiction? Here's a fun thought exercise, folks. Let's play a game of truth or fiction. Here's some statements, and you need to decide whether they are truths or mere colonial fabrications. Don't worry, there are no wrong answers, just an opportunity. These include 1. European cultures are superior. 2. Men are superheroes and better leaders. 3. Certain races are naturally predisposed to poverty or crime. Popping balloons animation. Can you imagine? These lies, deeply embedded in our societies, are like hidden balloons that can only be popped through education and awareness. Interactive question pops up. What's your thought? Considering what we've just learned, what other balloons of misinformation can you think of in our society? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Together, let's pop those balloons and get ready for a knowledge. As we approach the end, let's activate our time machine and zoom back to the epicenter of the colonial patriarchal system. Envision this in 3D animation, time reversing, continents reshaping, and a world caught in the vice of this historic construct that continues to mold our present. Picture it as an invisible titan, amplifying male dominance and racial hierarchies, crushing the defenseless youth and BIPOC communities. We'll demonstrate this using caricature-like animations for clarity. Hold on, there's more. It not only suppresses but also disseminates damaging myths regarding superiority and inherent traits. Visualize them as tiny comic bubbles of untruths emerging on our screen. Now for an engaging interactive fact. By comprehending these realities and deceptions, we are already wielding our power to shatter these chains. So let's all armor up like superheroes in a dynamic animated action sequence. United, we have the capacity to create a more balanced and inclusive world. Picture that world, isn't it simply extraordinary? Now, an empowering call to action. We are the architects of our reality. We all have the power within us to dismantle oppressive and shift the narrative towards equality and justice. So rise up. Let's embrace our power. Let's challenge the status quo. Let's eradicate these harmful myths. The time for change is now. Let our united actions echo across time and space. And let's start building a world that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusivity, and champions equality. Let's make history together.